Hey folks, we got a recipe today. It's a balsamic roasted onion recipe. I liked it because it was easy, it was quick, it was healthy, and it has some bold flavors to it. It was a unique twist. I never had a roasted onion before, so I was excited about trying it, and I was excited about the results from it. This is great for, budget friendly, quick side dish. It was kind of cool when I did my meal on Saturday. I set all my recipes that I got from ChatGPT at the 400 degrees, so I was able to cook everything at the same time, which made it really convenient. And this one was this recipe itself was very easy. Squared it up, seasoned it up, roasted it up, and it was a nice complement to the meal. So I hope you give it a try. As always, the recipe, the ingredients, and the instructions will be on the comments. Thanks again for watching. I really appreciate it, and let's get cooking. Let's go. All right, folks, here we go. Here's the ingredients for the balsamic roasted onions. 2 servings. We're gonna have 2 medium onions, red onions. I really enjoy the red onions. 2 tablespoons of olive oil. 1.5 tablespoons of the balsamic vinegar. I just learned that once you open up the balsamic vinegar, there's not a need to refrigerate it. Just if you're wondering that. And this is a ground thyme. You could use the fresh thyme leaves, but I'm going to use a half a teaspoon of the dried ones. And table salt. I'm using the sea salt fine. And then some black peppers. All right, we're gonna prep the onions, and while we're doing that, we're gonna do the oven at 400 degrees Fahrenheit. We're gonna peel the onions, cut them into wedges, about 6 to 8 wedges per onion. Then we're gonna season. In the bowl, we're gonna toss the onion wedges with the olive oil, balsamic vinegar, thyme, salt, and peppers until well coated. We're gonna roast. We're gonna spread the onions in a single layer on a baking sheet lined with parchment paper or lightly greased. Roast for about 25 to 30 minutes, flipping halfway through till the edges are caramelized and the onions are tender. Serving. We're gonna transfer to a serving dish, drizzle with any juices from the pan, and optional, sprinkle some extra fresh thyme leaves for the finish. All right, folks, let's get going. All right, here we go, folks. Gotta be careful with the doing of the wedges. I did it before, 8 wedges, and what I did my first time was go ahead and cut it down half. Cut it down a half again. And then each individual ones, I have 4 now. I'll go ahead and cut in. Here we go, cut in half. Cut in half. Cut in half. And cut in half. All right, here we go. I would love to see or hear about what you guys do differently. If you tried these type of recipes before, this is my first time trying an onion recipe. Hope it works out. I know it will. Let's go! All right, here we go. I decided to mix in the coating in the bowl, then drizzle it over the onions. I was afraid I was going to break up the onions if I tossed it around in the bowl like the instructions said. So I already got 1 tablespoon of oil on here. Olive oil. We're going to get another tablespoon of olive oil. Then we're going to get tablespoon and a half of the balsamic vinegar. There we go, 1. And and 2. Well, I did 2 actually, instead of 1.5. And then half a teaspoon of the ground thyme or dried thyme. Here we go. And then we're gonna do about a half a teaspoon of the salt. There we go. And then we're gonna do half a quarter teaspoon of the black pepper, but I'm gonna probably do a teaspoon because I like the black pepper. In fact, I'm probably just gonna pour it in there. All right. And we're gonna mix it up with a spoon. You could use a whisk, you could use whatever you want. That's the nice thing about cooking. It's good to have the right tools, but it's not necessary. You could maneuver around. All right, let me take a taste of this. Oh man, it's gonna be awesome. Holy cow. I love that taste. I'm gonna drizzle it on there. Put this over here. You can kind of watch here. Let's go ahead and get the drizzle on there. Around and around and around. I got the oven preheating at 400. I'm going to use parchment paper and put it on a baking sheet. All right, folks, let's go. All right, the onions are in. Let's do this for about 25 to 30 minutes on 400. Let's go. Here we go. The roasted onion. First time ever trying this or cooking it. Let's give this a little try right here. Great taste. Very unique, and I love this taste. Hope you give it a try. And as always, the recipe, the ingredients, and the instructions will be on the comments. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. Till next time, believe in yourself, keep cooking, and let's go!